Hi everyone, Dawn Hawkins here from the National Center on Sexual Exploitation.
And I'm Lisa Thompson.
And we just wanted to connect with you to share some of the great victories we've had in 2016. It's been a remarkable year. You know, we've been around for 54 years, and this has been one of our most successful in combating sexual exploitation and defending dignity. One of our niches here, our areas of expertise at NCOSE, is that we're pretty good at changing policies that we see as facilitating sexual exploitation, whether it's government policies or corporate policies. And this year, we instigated changes at 15 major places.
Yes, corporations, governments, all across the country. So
15.
It's really exciting. And one of the ones we wanted to tell you about was Walmart. This happened quite recently. We were very concerned about some issues ongoing at Walmart, including the fact that they were selling eroticized child nudity books online. So we put together a detailed letter, and within 24 hours we had action, and then the eroticized child nudity books were taken down from their online site.
And they welcomed us for a meeting, and now we're in ongoing dialogue with them regarding other issues that they are involved in. And all of this happened really because we have so much help from other people. We have many activists also chiming in and contacting the executives and calling and making complaints, and that has helped us tremendously at being successful. We also were able to join with one of our major partners, lead partner Enough is Enough, who led an effort to try to change the food industry. And as a result, we were able to get McDonald's and Starbucks to put filters on their Wi-Fi. And this isn't only in the United States, but in their places of business around the entire world.
Right, so that's amazing. And another place where we've had major successes around the world is the hotel industry. So, for instance, basically starting back in 2015, we've just had this domino effect moving forward, hotel chain after hotel chain saying we are going to remove on-demand pornography from our television offerings in hotel rooms. And so, as a result, by the end of this year, there should be 2 million porn-free hotel rooms around the world. So that means when you go in and you flip on the TV, there's no on-demand adult films there for you, pornographic films there.
And what's better is we were able to harness the relationships we have made with these major corporations to keep them involved in the fight against exploitation. For example, later this year we found out that there were some really sexually exploitive events or conferences being held at hotels around the country. One in particular was in Texas. And when we found out this was going to be held at a Hilton hotel, we called them up, let them know, and within 24 hours, they canceled their contract, even though it was just a month out.
Right, and then another hotel did the same thing within the next
a Holiday Inn.
Right,
yeah.
A Holiday Inn. So, bam, no more sexpo.
They did something similar with the Crown Plaza in Indiana. I mean, this is just incredible. It's been quite a year. Again, this is because so many of you are joining with us and adding your voices. I mean, we even got like JetBlue removed pornography from airport terminals in JFK Airport because these are being sold often at those newsstands in airports and Marsh supermarkets just now.
Right, just this week, we've announced that Marsh Supermarkets is removing Cosmo from its checkout lanes, and I think this is a really important change. It's not just that they're not going to be blinding Cosmo.
We had those victories last year.
Right, no, they're taking it completely out of the checkout lane. So what a relief it will be to just be able to go pick up your milk and eggs without being accosted by the sexually toxic, messages of Cosmo at the checkout lane. Yeah. Thank you, Marsh.
Yes, thank you. A lot of corporations are changing their tune, and I'd argue that a major reason why is because we've been able to change the dialogue on the issue of pornography and sexual exploitation. We've brought it out from the shadows. We've helped to expose the connections between all forms of exploitation, that pornography is fueling demand for trafficking, that child exploitation, all of these things, sexual violence, violence against women, they're all connected. And we've been able to point out that really that there's a public health crisis from pornography right now. It's not only impacting the user themselves, but also the families and the community, the society at large. And research is showing this, and we've been able to bring all of that together.
Right, so earlier this year we were able to prepare a document that outlines some of the harms, the public health harms of pornography, and developed a resolution which was passed by the state of Utah, signed by the governor. And so now in the state of Utah, we have this public health resolution declaring pornography a public health issue, and more states across the country are looking into doing the very same thing.
The Republican Party also adapted this as part of their platform. Many other states are, they're considering it, and just last
ready
week,
for it, Canada!
Canada, they actually passed this unanimously, nearly unanimously, a piece of legislation similar to the resolution that we wrote, and it's even better because it calls on an overview of the research to be done in the spring of next year. And so this will be tremendously helpful to the movement and to all that we're trying to accomplish. And we're so grateful for all the work that has been done, the strong and courageous leaders and scholars and others who are stepping forward. And we've tried to really harness all the good that's happening in one place by creating the Coalition to End Sexual Exploitation, which we direct. It's been about 6 years now that the coalition has been going on. We meet together nearly annually in an annual summit. You guys should all come to the next one.
Please come.
But this is an incredible, it's a very broad coalition that brings together individuals who are faith-based, who are not faith-based, who, just as many supporters for Hillary Clinton as for Donald Trump. And the beautiful thing is that we've all been able to put aside our differences because we all agree and are willing to fight together against sexual exploitation. And so that is how we've been able to accomplish so much.
Yeah, and as a result of all that, coming together as a group, finding out what the needs are, seeing where there's gaps out there, we decided to launch a law center. So this is a very new venture for us. It's only been going for a year, and wow, the work that's being done.
Yeah, so it's like the legal arm for the movement to end exploitation. There really hasn't been a united effort to combat the legal issues here. I mean, we're seeing like massage parlors pop up in all of these communities. We're seeing these materials being distributed to minors and things being sold all over. And then there's court cases bubbling up all around the country that really will play a significant role in the future of our efforts combating exploitation. So we knew this was so important. This year, our law center was able to participate in two really major cases. One was before the Georgia Supreme Court, in which a man was arguing that he has a right to talk dirty to children online using obscene language, things we would call really as grooming. And we were able to write a major amicus brief for that case, and even the Georgia Supreme Court ended up ruling on our side, citing some of the arguments that we used.
So it was great that we had the chance to provide voice and perspective to the Georgia Supreme Court because we have a law center.
I mean, there was a similar case to this in another state, and they lost. I mean, the court ruled that they have a right to talk dirty, so this was so significant. Imagine if this swept the country. So
right.
I'm grateful that we were able to rule in.
So additionally, there's another brief that we've just prepared for the Ninth Circuit in California regarding a case where they're trying to fully decriminalize prostitution in California. So it's so important that we were able to submit a brief in that case, and we're hopeful that the court will consider our views on that issue.
Mm-hmm. All of you, we just want to thank you for your support. This has been a tremendous year. I'm honestly very tired. It's been a lot of hard work, but I hope that you see that there is so much growing momentum, that you're not alone in this fight to oppose pornography and trafficking and prostitution and all of these things, and that you feel like you can step up to and join many others to engage in this fight. There's so many ways for you to get involved. Go to our website, endsexualexploitation.org. We need financial help. We need volunteers. We need people, activists who are willing to send emails and make calls. There's a lot of things that you can do yourself in this fight.
Yeah, and especially check out our Action Center, where we have opportunities for you to take action on all of our Dirty Dozen targets and so many other things, like thank yous, important thank yous to Walmart and Marsh and others. So please check out our Action Center as well.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.